Hi guys, welcome back to Thrive to Drive. I hope you enjoyed the previous video, and as per promised, I'm back again with a lot of unfinished projects as always, but this time trying to turn the vibe around and trying to give you more finished projects. Here I'm presenting to you a customer project. As mentioned last time, we got the opportunity of rebuilding a rare S63, but before I show you this also, let me show you another place I've taken over to store all my extra cars. We'll start with there and show you the S63 properly and in depth. In all of my videos, we've been always in two sort of settings, one either being my house or the second being the workshop. There is a third place now which we've been able to set up in the past 6-7 months because of the shortage of space. Sincerely, I have no parking place at home, I have no parking place at my garage, so what leaves us was the banquet hall we guys own. So I've converted that into a storage space for cars, yes, and I'll just show you around. This is W203 in the family, not mine particularly, but belongs to an employee of mine, so it's just parked here for now. My prized possession, the E38, single owner, very clean car. I love this car to bits. So out here there's a mix of there's about perhaps 1/4 of my collection of cars here, which I feel need to be safe from the elements. So they're here right now. So there's this E38 with a beautiful V8, and this is not a project car. It's a perfectly running example of a vehicle, and I drive it occasionally. It's a wonderful machine and makes me feel like a gangster. This is an E32. It's a running driving car. I had tried to save this. It was standing in a yard for about 8-9 years and not been running. We've been able to get it running, but it's slightly, what can I say, slightly too old for me to enjoy. It has all the creature comforts, it's got everything, but by the end of the day I need a big engine and I need a lot of power. So this car sort of sits in an area which I sort of enjoy also, but not enjoy as much as I enjoy the W140s and the E38s, and that's where my love for cars is at. And then further onwards all the way till 2010-11, wherein my M3, and also another edition I've made, also a C63, which I will show you in another take because those cars are at home. So I've been fortunate enough to buy a C63 also as a part of my best of 2011 collection. So those two cars are there. And then this is a salvage E38, which I want to sort of turn into a resto mod, and this also serves as a part vehicle for my other E38. I would love to buy a newer 7 Series and completely swap bodies of this onto the newer 7 Series and build a resto mod. That would be really cool. So that's in the pipeline. And for that, a resto mod of W140s also. I have 2 W140s here, also as part cars and cars I would want to do resto mods on. So these two cars are here, safe from the elements. This is the only Range Rover I have always loved and adored. This is a P31 Range Rover HSC. So this is a fully loaded model. This I had picked up from the Reliance company owners. I went to their house and picked it up. But this was sadly behind my back sold by an associate of mine. The guy who this guy sold it to had locked it in water. I mean, this car had completely been submerged in water. So I rescued it back and got it running. It's parked here now till awaited funds after we rob a bank or something, and I'm able to complete this, but it's on the wait for now. This is a 300 SD turbo diesel inline 6. As you know, these cars are going crazy in value and they're very reliable. They have they're completely mechanical vehicles, just like my OM606, the one we're building, and nothing much to go wrong with. Just waiting on some paperwork we're sorting out. This has to go to its new owner. I've sold this car to a friend of mine. Again, not the sort of league of cars where I want to be. Older cars, I like them slightly with a little more power and a little more drivable every day for me personally. So I like the newer ones. So this one sold. This one I just bought because it was cheap and not running. That's the recipe of how you can, make me buy a car. So this fitted in the recipe really well. It starts up, it runs and drives, but it's not a very desirable body type for me. So let's see what we do with this. Either I use it as a part car or we build this for another off-roading project. This is a beautiful example of a W211 E350 with the 272 engine. This engine has been widely used by Mercedes over the past 10 years. I'm sorry, dust is a very big problem in India. I cannot sort it out. I don't have it in me to clean these cars every day, but we'll try and get there sometime. And this is another prized possession, an OM606 E300. Runs and drives again for a future project. This car is there. So that sort of completes my collection of cars here. So we've had another opportunity of working on a very, very rare car. I think only 3-4 examples of these cars in India. An S63 AMG, which was, in its time, a brilliant vehicle. But when this car came to us, it had, it was in a very sad state. The whole car seemed like a hack job. This car was brought into India as a legit S63 and was bulletproofed by a company in India, either for a very high-end gangster or a politician. Can only be either of the two. This car was built like a completely bomb-proof, bulletproof vehicle. So, and also a very big, challenge for us was because this car was not a usual spec. One, it had ABC, and the second thing was it's a W221 short wheelbase. So I think all the S63 cars which were built were all short wheelbase cars. We had to remove all the bulletproofing from this. I won't get into that much. I'll try and put a picture or two, but this car had 3-4 layers of sheet metal built into the car completely. Everything, all the interior panels were made out of steel and fiberglass, and the car did not look and feel as royal as the W221 is supposed to, and especially when it's in the AMG trim. So we have fortunately been able to, over time, it took us about 6 months, but build this car to almost factory spec. We've put all the original trims back into the vehicle, removed all the bulletproofing from the cockpit and the interiors, got everything working. So this car has the beautiful M158 6.2 liter AMG. Like the others, yes, it requires some cleaning. We still have to detail it, but other than that, the work has been completed on this car. So we also did some work in the engine. We changed the headboards of this vehicle. So this is a 2008, and all the way up till early 2010, all the cars produced, all the cars with the same engine produced by AMG came with older headboards and had to be upgraded as a factory floor. So we did that on this car, and so this is just a startup video of this car after we've done the headboards, and it's performing really well the way it should be. All the interior, all the bits have been are all Alcantara. So we did all that. We did the stitching and stuff for this. So it's looking nice and ready for the customer very soon. So next week we'll be giving delivery of this car. So really lucky to be in the same profession, which I consider to be a passion for me, and getting to work on cars like this is a dream come true, and owning cars like this is a dream come true. And I shall always make it an endeavor to, from now on, of course, you guys have been in this journey with me, as far as YouTube is concerned, for a long time. But my endeavor will be to provide you with the freshest content, the best content, and all the work we're doing all the time. And I will try and not miss a beat, and will give you all the videos you deserve. Next video we shall focus from this AMG to another AMG. One I procured for myself. Part of the collection I call the best of 2011. Two cars which were my poster cars I've been able to acquire, and the second one being a very special AMG. So stay tuned, and I hope you like the content, so please subscribe and like this video.